Alright, so I got these trailer hitch locks. Alright, I got some extra long ones, longer than I need, but we'll see. Alright, and here's what they look like. Let's open it up. Oh, there's a box in a box. Alright, so it's a box of 2. They're keyed alike. So, use rubber O-rings to hold the pin and spring clip to fix the pin for double safety. Fully insert the pin into the lock body, then push lock button. Right, cover rubber cap, unlock, use proper safety chains if available. Double check spring clips properly used. Right, must use the spring clip. Without the spring clip cotter pin, it may weaken the strength of the pin and cause the pin to break. Interesting. O-ring keeps rattles down. Spring clip provides double safety. Okay. 1-year warranty. Lifetime warranty. Interesting. Okay. That's nice. I mean, these were expensive, so there's 2 of them in the box. Let's go ahead and open one. I need to cut this open. Okay. Let's open. Cut them both. Since they're keyed alike, they should both use the same key. Alright, so let's go ahead and open it and see. Get these guys out. That's what they look like. Okay, so that means both keys should use the same ones. They're both in Ziploc baggies. Nice. Good packaging. Okay. Oh, there's the keys. There's the O-rings. Okay. These are longer than I needed, so they might be too long. I don't know. Hopefully it's okay. Alright, so that's what they look like. Let's make sure this key works on both of them. So we're just going to make sure that the same key works on both. And yep, that unlocked this one. Okay, so you have to twist it back. There's a little O-ring on there. Okay. And when you push this back in, you just click that and it auto locks. But you have to use the clip, it says. Okay. Alright, we're going to use the same key just to make sure it is keyed alike, like promised. And yep, it is. So there you go. Alright, you got the rubber O-rings. Let's go ahead and install this. Hopefully there's enough room to fit this under my vehicle. I forgot to mention it does come with extra O-rings. Alright, one thing to take note of, because the key shaft thing, this lock mechanism is so long, depending on how your setup is, you might have a little trouble accessing the keyhole. So if you see, if I put this in here, okay, and I put this on, okay, so that's how much it will go. So if I leave it like that, you can see how little room I have for the key here. Okay, I mean, once I push this, it goes in. So when you push this, it like goes in. So if I were to have that there, now I actually have room to use the key, but it's a very tight fit. All right, if it was any tighter, I would not be able to get this out with the key. So make sure to check that, okay, because otherwise you might be stuck with this permanently on and you'd have to like break it off somehow. Okay, so obviously because this one is so long, I'm gonna add the extra little rubber washers, and these are more just so I can so it has more friction to keep it in place, because even this is not gonna make it long enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide them all up this way. Okay, let me add my hitch into place now. Give me a second. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and put this hitch thing in there. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and slide this. Oh, you can't even see. I can't show both sides at the same time because then the camera's in my way. But anyways, let's go ahead and slide that out a little bit so we can get it. Come on. Is it not lining up right? Why is it not? There we go. Okay, and then because I put all those rubber things there, then we're just gonna slide it just to where we can see the cotter pin hole. So, oh, there's that. Oops, I pulled it too much. So now I gotta slide the rubber things back over. Okay, so I'm gonna slide it just enough to see the little hole there. Then we can go ahead and put this cotter pin in there, just like that. Okay, and you just push this one in. Oops. I guess I can move it out first so I have more room to work on it, and then slide it over. And now I just slid the rubber pieces as far in so you see all this excess here. Okay, and yeah, if you're wondering, no, you can't put the thing in from the other side, because then it would hit the, what do you call, it would hit the little electrical connection plugs. So anyways, now we can go ahead and get the lock thing on. Okay, push that on, and then you just push the button. Do I need to zoom in? So push that on there, and then push the button to lock it in place, and there you go. It's not going anywhere now. Okay, all right, and obviously then we cover the cap. This lock can spin around, but there you go, and now it's watertight. Should be good. I'm gonna see how easy it is to get the key in there. Obviously it'll be easier if I remove it from this little keychain thingy, so let me actually take one off the keychain. Okay, alright, and then we should have access here. Okay, so as you can see, if I leave the cotter pin in, I cannot get the key in there. There's not enough room, so I actually have to physically remove the cotter pin first. So even if you have the key, it's gonna be like locked in there. Okay, so then we'll get the key in. There's enough room now. Okay, oops, I dropped the key. Oh my goodness. Okay, so get the key, and to make it, let's see, I think I can spin this until I find the lock. Yep, there we go. Then get that in there, and then twist, and there we go. Now it unlocks, right? So I should be able to slide. Yep, so I have to slide this out to be able to do it. Interesting. And then to get the key back out, you have to twist it the other way. There we go. So it works. More hassle, but if you're wondering why I got the longer one, so that it has the thing to rattle, the reason I got the longer one is for if I ever need to use it in the future, or if somebody ever needed a pin to borrow, excuse me, then I could have the longest one possible to fit pretty much any setup. So if you have like a 3-inch hitch, then you can still use this. So yeah, that's why I ended up getting the longer one. Alright, so push that button, it's locked in. Oops, cover that back up, and then while I'm holding the lock pushed tight to the pin, I'm just gonna slide these little O-rings over, and I don't think shaking around is gonna cause this to like slide back over, so it shouldn't cause it to rattle. It should stay. All right, there we go. And then obviously we got the ones out here, which will be way easier to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide this guy in there, slide that in there. Okay, and we'll go ahead and do the other one. Same thing, we'll get the other O-rings as well. Oops, that's an empty bag. We'll get the other O-rings as well. I'm sure you can buy more of these little O-rings if you really wanted to stack a million of them and make it super tight. But again, it's unnecessary. Alright, I don't feel that we'll need them, but we'll see. Okay, we'll unlock this again. Okay, there we go. Then we can slide these O-rings on. I'm putting the small ones first and then the big one. just like that. Oops. Okay, just like that. Slide them on. And then get this guy in over here. There we go. Goes in very nicely. Put in the cotter pin. Just like that. Okay. And then we'll get this on. Slide it that way. Take the key out. Sorry if my arm's in the way. Push the button. And it's locked in. Alright, locked in. Good to go. And again, it tells you to use this pin every time. I don't know, maybe they feel this, the thing is, if it goes here and something knocks this, it could technically snap at this thinner point. I think that's why they tell you to always use the pin. Alright, because here it's always the thickest material. So there we go, and that's pretty much it. Not really much else to show here. I'm gonna use this to tow the big dumpster over there, and yeah, now we have this for the Lynette. I was considering buying 2 of the locking ones, but I figured if they can't get this off, then they can't steal this piece. So I'll just use the ones that came with it here, right? So this one has these that came with it. So I'm gonna just put that in there for now because we're not towing anything yet. And I really like the rings that came with this hitch that I got, because these kind of lock it so that it can't undo itself. So if I were to push this cotter pin on, come on. Oh, it's so difficult. Oh, I need to turn it this way to do it. There we go. So if I push this cotter pin on, you see how it's curved like that? It locks itself. Like, you can't really pull it out unless you have it angled a certain way. And then you have to actually pull pretty hard for it to round to go that. I mean, this isn't part of the whatchamacall. But yeah, so there you go. This cotter pin is nice. It's a lot harder to pull out than the other ones. Alright, so there we go. Not really much else to say about this. I'm gonna store or put this cotter pin here as well. Actually, I'm gonna hide the cotter pin because since it's out, technically this one can easily be stolen if someone really just wanted a pin, a free cotter pin. Then they could steal that. So I'm gonna leave that one out, and I guess I'll have to add the key to my rest of my keys. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it was so long with me struggling with all that stuff. But yeah, hopefully it helped you see that if you're, depending on your tow hitch setup, if you have something really close to it like this, you want to double check the amount of clearance. Let me actually get a ruler so I can show you how much clearance you'll need. Alright, so the amount of clearance you'll need if you're going to do this, I'd say is a little over 4 inches. Okay, so from this to that, maybe 4 inches will be just good enough. So from your hitch where this will hit to whatever's over here, you need 4 inches. I would say minimum 4 inches, otherwise you won't be able to pull the lock out. So keep that in mind. Alright, again, hopefully this helped. If they recessed this more, then it would have been okay. Then I could have put the pin in from either side. But because this is sticking out somewhat, yeah, there's no way I could put the pin in from this side because it would have to go in at an angle, and that wouldn't work. So there you go. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.